Greetings, mortals, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate.
So today, we need to move quick, because yesterday I was sick as a dog, and I didn't really realize it until after I stopped streaming. One of the things that's interesting about streaming is it has the capacity to kind of suppress symptoms of things. And as soon as I finished streaming, because I ended the stream really early, right? I ended the stream super early. I was just like, need to end stream. Ended the stream early, and then I just felt like shit all day. And I went and took a nap, and then I had fever dreams, and then I woke up like covered in sweat, and I'm like, did I forget to turn on the AC? Nope. So, anyway, all that said, I was sick as a dog yesterday. Did not actually do any of the research that I was intending to do for this game. But in addition, in 2 days, I am going to be gone. I am going to Canada in in just a couple of days. So I need to, get my shit together, because I did not actually do any of the prep work that I was supposed to do yesterday. In addition, I did not do other stuff. So we are going to pop over here. I did actually do one bit of research that I needed to do, and that bit of research is going to be important. And that bit of research is I figured out where the stone skin scroll is. So we will be picking that up eventually, and that's a lot of fun. Okay. Do we have something to cast on you? She does not have web. Oh, I actually am out of spellcasts. Alright, this is gonna end badly. Okay, so we're gonna reload. So one of the things that I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be trying, at the very least, to go quite quickly. I have a few goals in mind. I would like, if possible, to finish up the Durlag's Tower. Finishing up Durlag's Tower, I think, is going to be important. The chances that I actually do finish it outright today are not high, honestly. I don't think that the chances that I finish it today are very high. But I'm going to make the attempt, and then by tomorrow I want to figure out where every +3 weapon in the original game is, so that I can obtain those. I don't know if I'm going to be finishing all of the content, in terms of like just wandering through the wilderness type stuff. I don't know that I'm going to be actually doing all of that. Just because I'm on a time limit. I'd much prefer to be able to get to a coherent ending and get through all of the content before I leave, than to make sure that I go through every random wilderness area. That being said, I am going to be making, obviously, an active attempt to finish all of the major quests and all of the like Tales of Sword Coast content, all that kind of stuff I want to do. So that's part of the reason that I don't necessarily need to look things up that closely. Actually, before I even go to this place that I'm going to, because I'm on my way to Durlag's, it doesn't really make much sense for me to go straight to Durlag's right now, because we need to go to the other place. We need to pick up that +3 weapon if possible. But yeah, I had the just craziest dreams when I was sick. It was ridiculous. Oh man. Okay, we're popping to Olgoth's beard quick before I forget about it. And I can just take a nap here. I'm going to actually just use one of the random... I guess you could call it an exploit or a bug. What we're going to do is we're going to use Drop on Holy Might. Drop on Holy Might will put my Constitution up to 21, which gives me passive regen, and the effect isn't removed until after you finish resting. So this is something that will speed things up. In terms of, like, you know, in terms of exploits, I don't consider it a particularly bad one. Just because, is this, I forgot to check if this has charges or if this is once per day. But either way, it's fine. Oh, she's the wrong person. I should have had my.
After giving it some thought, I want to ask you.
Certainly, Nero. What do you need?
Personally, because I'm scared, I've begun to think I should find a way to reduce the unfortunate side effects of my otherwise awesome spell.
That sounds quite wise.
Casting wild magic is like playing a flute by ear. I just kind of picked it up as I went along, doing what felt natural. In magical terms, I can play a pretty mean tune. But when I miss a note, the flute shoots fire at everyone, and so the flute sometimes turns me into a person. Wild mages tend to keep to themselves for obvious reasons, but I've heard about one nearby. They say he's very big.
Okay. I guess any wild mage would have to become wise to survive long enough to become old.
Exactly what I was thinking. You must know a thing or two about living with wild magic. His name is Adoy, and he was last spotted to the east of Firewine Bridge.
Oh yeah. That'll work for her.
You're more than a convenient escape from vicious red wizards. You're a real pal.
You're a real pal. Let's see.
After discovering our fellow sons who once had vanished from their monastery, we felt the truth must lie behind the name Alloy. We spread out in pairs to investigate further. Gamazada used to light on California streets, searched for wolves in the streets of that town. Much of our investigation took place at night, under the benign gaze of Selûne. You see, although the sun shines more brightly, it is the moon that reveals the truths hidden in darkness. One night, we witnessed several shadowy figures assaulting a lone man in the street. We raced to his defense. The moon movement blessed us, and drove off his enemies. Despite our intervention, the man was gravely wounded. I remained to tend to his wounds as best I could upon the body. Gamaz, however, pursued the attackers. I shouted to him to come back. He slept.
I mean, clearly helping the injured person is more important.
One to remain with the injured man, another to go.
Reasonable.
When help finally arrived, I ran after the monks. Found him only a few streets away. Another fought bravely, staying free of his attackers before he was caught. Once more I cried out for help. Men came soon, but not to aid me. Instead, they arrested me, fighting in the streets, leaving the Mars to die. When the guards released me in front of the jail, the Mars died. They said he had been slain by shadow beings.
This is a lot sadder than I thought it would be. I don't want to hear anymore. Oh my god. I'm sorry for your loss.
Every day since entering the order of the Sun's Soul, it's striven to fill my heart with radiance that may share with others. Mars is dead. The shadows of grief and despair. But perhaps I have dwelt too long in such memories. I wish to share my inner light with you, not my inner darkness. What else can I tell you? After discovering our fellow Sun's Soul monks had vanished from their monastery, we felt the truth.
Okay, so I can ask about the same thing again, but wasn't really what I was hoping for.
My training at the Sun Sword Monastery began the moment they climbed him up onto the master in science ranks. As you might imagine, it was a great deal of discipline. At first we were assigned chores and exercises. We upon the early initiates to practice combat techniques while we swept the stones and prepared meals for our seniors. The monk taught us to read, and while it was important that we both we practiced the discipline, concept endless quizzes about the 9,000 mysteries of Selene. We learned to meditate upon the moon, stars, and stars. We also learned to meditate on the darkness, for it falls to us to battle the servants of Selene's dark sister, Shara.
Yes.
At last we learned to combine our learning, devotion, and physical powers to project our inner light outward. With it, we combat the darkness inside and surrounding us.
When you can just call down the power of a god. I mean, it's not really that simple. You know, like, becoming a cleric, becoming a wizard, not that easy. Let's see. It's been very good.
All strove hard. Gamaz was the best among us. None of the other monks could defeat him in combat. Only I could outdo us. Each time a victory was within my grasp, he swept it away with some spectacular stroke. Even among the elder students, Gamaz stood as a pillar of tradition and excellence. His death was not only to me, Mrs. Black, but also to the entire order of the Sunshine.
Seems you've learned a lot from your misfortunes.
I thought it best that you
He was the best amongst us. And that's how you know you can't trust him. Oh wait, he's dead already. Never mind. Never mind. Moving right along. We're going to go down here. We're going to try to pop into Durlag. Oh, we don't want to pop into Durlags yet. I'm a dope. We want to go to Adoy's Enclave. So, east of the Firewine Ruins. Oh, we haven't even been to Firewine yet. That's right. So, shit. I guess we're going to go... We're going to go south from here.
Casting spells isn't as easy as
Caca.
I'm tired. Oh, we've done so much today.
So, that leads us to Gullykin and Durlags.
I must rest, lest fatigue cobwebs.
Sleep is for the weak. But yeah, we've got access to Durlags. So we're going to be doing Nira's quest first. Doing Nira's quest should be a good way of handling stuff. We got access to this as well. So we can go to Gullykin, and in Gullykin we can immediately sort of get to the other place if we go through the ruins. Do we want to just go through the Firewine Ruins? So where is this house? I think it's this house, right? This house seems like the right house. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and use command on you. Just to get this over with as quickly as possible. There we go. And hey, it looks like there are actually enemies that we can kill in one round now. Imagine that. Alright, so I'm going to want to take... Oh, improved invisibility. So this is going to be really important for certain fights. For certain fights, I'm going to need improved invisibility to be cast on her, so that we have that additional -4 to AC, which is just so important. Alright, we're going to try popping in here. I don't know how hard this guy's gonna be. My guess is not very. Let's see. Da, da, da. Okay. So we're going to. We're just going to cast command. He's unconscious. No. No, no, no. Her AI got confused and she was not actually doing what she needed to do. Let's use a Kai. Probably should have cast this earlier. Old person isn't going to work on it. She has 2 castings of Greater Malison. He can use Sun Soul Ray to try to interrupt. She can cast Blind. And spell failed with casting failure. Did I blind you? I don't think I did. There you go. What is this? Oh, okay. Okay, so we managed to interrupt that. Them deeps. Okay. Whew, get wrecked, scrub. Alright, so that one's down. You know, it occurs to me that making my characters not tired is probably a relatively important aspect of not dying horribly. Let's see here. We can cast... what? I guess Reunitist. So he's casting Improved Invisibility. Oh, now he's casting something else. Now he's going to jump on top of us.
What's the story? What is it this time?
We could cast Greater Malison if we want. I'm actually going to pop back out with Severia in the second spot. What we're looking for here is for Severia to be in melee range with him at the start.
You rang?
Oh, I can't cast that one. I am an idiot. Okay. That was a very fast cast as well. Let's see here. Oh, I can just web him. Okay, so we're fine. Nope. So basically we're just going to dump a multitude of webs. We don't even need a multitude, probably. We're going to go ahead and cast a Malison here. And with that... do you have your thing on? Yes, you do. Shit. I thought she was out of range and she was not. Do you have a ring on? Yes, you do. Oh boy. Okay, I was not expecting him to make any of those saving throws. With the Malison active? Okay. Do I want to just take a nap? Oh, I actually have protection from lightning. So what we're going to do, she's got free action. So we can cast some webs over here. Okay, and now we should hypothetically
Spells isn't as easy as I make it look. I'm tired.
Okay, you are going to dive down here. Let me cast another one of these. I'm going to cast it a little deeper. Severi, get up! Fuck. Okay, we're fine. So basically, if I'm able to just... Ouch. And Rasad's dead. I didn't notice. Oh man. So, I guess the goal here is just to get... And I really should be just getting this done better. I can cast Hold Person, actually. So what we're going to do is we're going to cast a web. You're not the right person. So cast. Oh, I think that it gives you a +4 to your saving throws as well. Now I think about it. So I'll need to send her in to deal with that. Well, not the right position to do it from. Okay, Nira, stand here. You go over here. You go over here. Okay, so Nira, you are casting Greater Malison. You're casting it right here. You're casting Web. You're casting it right here. You're diving. You're gonna just beat the shit out of this thing, I guess. Actually, you know what you can do? You can cast Hold Person on the Kobold Commandos. That makes that easy. You are going to cast Hold Person on this guy. You are going to dive. Okay, we got most of those dealt with. And he's got Hold Person on him now. So he's actually going to be held for the duration, pretty much. And now we can say, hello, Kobold. Alright, so all of these are held now. And it's just going to come down to bursting the things over here down. The things that are important to take down. First and foremost, we want them... Oh shit. That lasted way less time than I was expecting it to. Okay. He's alive, right? Yes. Oh shit, there's some other fucking kobold there? How many kobolds are there? So many goddamn kobolds. Okay, we're going to recast Hold Person here. Okay, you have to kill this one. We got Cloud Kill. That's pretty cool. And just cast on this one. So, we should be able to just peel through all of them here. There we go. So, that was a bigger fight than it needed to be. Was is the wrong tense. Fuck, are you kidding me? God damn it. I'm turning off Nira's AI. It's completely useless to have her attacking, and I'm turning off her AI. This is ridiculous. Okay, so she just instantaneously died because she was trying to get into melee range. So, no AI for you. We're done. We're done giving you AI. You cannot think for yourself, clearly. Okay. Now, Let's see here. So Lindarn has been held. Dun, 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 dun. So he's now held, but he's in the thing. Let's see. Severia needs to come down here and deal with this. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Please interrupt. Please interrupt. Please interrupt. That's a no. Getting hit by that crit makes my life sad. Okay, so we're casting protection from electricity before. Gotta precast this shit apparently. You cast a web. Yeah, I was planning on doing this quickly and efficiently, not in the slowest possible manner. Let's see. So you're gonna pop over here. That thing has a bow. We need to get in here. Okay, so you can deal with this one. Unfortunately, one of the archers is attacking Severia now. What do we want to do now? We're gonna cast another web here. And this time I think we're gonna cast it a little further. Cast the net down here. And you are going to cast a whole person on there we go. So by getting her out of line of sight for a second, we have hopefully resolved that situation. We're now going to cast another web spell down here. So you are popping down here. You are getting this resolved, and we're going to cast Hold on You. And I somehow missed that one. Are you fucking shitting me? These fucking kobolds. Jeez. Kobold commandos are one of the most irritating creatures in existence. So you need to cast another hold person on this thing. There we go. Okay, and then we cast another hold person on you. There we go. So now we should be able to clear through them all before bad things start to happen. So, we've got a cloud kill. We got lightning bolt. Oops. And there we go. So, we have Ghoul Touch. We have Cloud Kill. I think we're going to give Cloud Kill to her. And we are going to save first. So we're giving Cloud Kill to her just so that we have it in the next in the expansion. We're not going to be able to actually learn it immediately. Do I want improved invisibility on her, or do I want to cast it with somebody else? I think I should learn improved invisibility with Nira. Nira is a specialist mage, and as a specialist mage, she'll have more castings of it. In addition, she'll actually be able to cast it while Silria is wearing armor, and she can cast it mid-fight if I need the boost in Thinger. So Kalisa does have access to this. And now is the time to cast an Invis. And we're basically just going to go through this place, searching for traps. Whole person scroll. You know, I always thought that there was a wolf here before, wasn't there? I'm thinking in the wrong place. Jesus, look at all these fucking kobolds. And of course, they're just wandering around.
I must rest, lest fatigue cobweb my senses.
Kobold commandos are so irritating. This is not going to work. Okay. I don't actually want to fight my way through this whole dungeon. I don't think. I think we've killed the mages at this end. We're going to go back to the other end manually because it's irritating as hell trying to clear through all those kobolds. I can actually get pretty much straight to the other side of the dungeon, and I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to drop down. We're going to go south or east. Oh, I guess I should talk to the dude. Hey, Gandalar, how's it going?
I must rest, lest fatigue
And we can rest in a bit. But yeah, I don't want to deal with the Kobold Commandos right now. So that goes west to Oldcaster School. South goes probably to Firewine Bridge. And the other thing is, we're very unlikely to be using this very much, so we're going to take this off. Where'd that +3 staff go? I did buy the +3 staff, right? There it is. So this is a +3 staff, which means that we currently have one of the weapons that we need all set. One of 3. So we're going to head east from here. And hopefully get this sitch resolved. So this is the Firewine Ruins proper. So, okay. Do I want to blind you or something? I'm gonna try it. I do have fatigue, and fatigue is bad. Are you kidding me? So there's a kobold here as well that just appeared out of nowhere. Do we want to go straight to Adoy's? Yes. I'm just gonna head straight to Adoy's. Did that squirrel just caught us?
Think that means we're getting close. Unless that squirrel had a crow for a father, I'd say it was recently polymorphed.
Why would he turn a crow into a squirrel?
Maybe the squirrel was annoying him with questions about his magical talents.
Very reasonable. Okay, so we're going to once again speed things up by doing drop on Holy Might. We got a nice little rest going, and that is a very glowy staff. I wonder if you dispel on the squirrel if it turns into a crow. Actually, we're here to see Roger. Okay, I'm pretty sure that we were not supposed to get line of sight on that. So this bear is gonna cause some problems. Do I want to cast blind just to speed this along? I guess I don't know who it's on. Who is it on? Well, it's probably not on Severia, right? Alright, well, we can kill this bear easily. It's trying to get to one of my party members. I don't know who it's aggroed on. Either way. He just wrote now. Okay, so oops. That idiot, but intruders it again.
I listen.
Okay. That's a lot of arrows. But yeah, I like that the expansion added in some of the sort of creatures that were in Icewind Dale that weren't in this one. Like, it's a little strange to think that in the entire like Baldur's Gate series, you never end up fighting like goblins, for instance. There just aren't any goblins in Baldur's Gate. So it's just kind of interesting to finally be fighting such like a classic creature. Alright, so let's take a look at the cook pot. That is a skull.
What is it?
Okay, we're just gonna put everybody down here. a Wand of Fear.
What is it this time?
Potion of Genius.
What any that you have. If you haven't already killed those useless guards, I'll deal with them as soon as I finish with you.
Okay, so they all have bows. Okay, fine. You know what? We're just gonna cast multiple. It's fine. So first, hold person is out. Do I want her to cast hold person? Yes. How many holds do I possibly need, right? Alright. Okay. So, easy peasy. Kinda cheesy. It is kinda cheesy, just insta-giving everything with hold person. Rasad actually hits quite hard. So, that is a +1 bastard sword. That is a short bow. I'll take this potion and put it in here. I'm going to take some of these other potions and also put them in there. The person's scroll can go in the scroll case. And she failed to copy Fireball, but that's okay. Who needs Fireball, right? Alright, we're going to try this.
Someone has come for me at last. It's too bad you have to cut you.
I'm looking for a wild mage. And here's a wild mage too.
True. I hoped you could teach me how to control my magic. Don't tell me we've come all this way for nothing.
You convince the goblins that you're a god.
He's not joking. Let me tell you.
He didn't believe for a second that I was wrong. But because the goblins did, stay home. As long as I remain in this air,
Half elf. What is wrong with you?
You'll regret spoiling my grand entrance once we subdue you. And what then? Another wild maid? Perhaps I should thank you for giving us another test son.
you will find that I not submit meekly to tests, especially tests from red wizards.
Yeah, and I didn't even finish school. No test for me either.
The only thing being tested here is my patience.
Not if I can help it. Behold the power of untamed magic.
And he's turned into a thingamabobber. Alright, so they're casting various spells. Is that casting Summon Monster? I'm gonna guess he's casting Summon Monster. This guy is casting an invisibility spell of some sort on himself. We are going to get him out. We're gonna get a Malison out with Mira, actually. We're going to cast a web straight on top of everything. And we're going to cast a Malison as well, straight on top of everything. The hope here is that we can get... This is going to be a pretty fast casting spell. We're going to try to blind Ikandor. Oh, that was different than I expected. So, Silveria's dead. So what happened here? These guys are not... One of them is. So one Thayan bodyguard did fail his save. I was checking to see if they were perhaps protected from the effects. I don't know. We're going to need... We have the Golden Girdle of Ernst already. So we will cast some shit once things get real. We're not going to dive in immediately.
It's true.
Alright, so... casting this here. Casting the Malison again. Okay, we are going to just use our spell sequencer on herself. So she now has 3 more AC, or 3 less AC, whichever way you want to describe it. And she is going to be preparing to blind you. Okay. The Thayan Wizard is held. Ikandor is not held. We're going to cast Hold Person on... I'm going to cast Hold Person on Ikandor. She is going to cast another web in the center here. Mira is going to cast Hold Person on this one since it's not CC'd. You are going to cast Blind on Ikandor? Yeah, Blind on Ikandor. Okay, Ikandor is held, but I think he's just held by the other effect. I don't think he's held or blinded or anything by the effect that I want him to. Oh shit, she doesn't have her weapon equipped. Mistakes were made. Try to get the blind off. Okay, we're going to cast a Hold Person spell on this wizard. We got a long duration hold on that wizard. That's good. We are now going to try to get a Hold Person off on you. And these guys have actually been doing what I want them to, so I'm not going to worry too much about them. We got the long duration hold on Ikandor. You can swap to your invulnerability weapon, and you are going to actually just start doing this. There we go. So we're now going to just start peeling off his stone skins. Meanwhile, we need to cast another web. And she can cast another Hold Person. I did not finish. Okay, that one's held permanently. Or pseudo-permanently. We need to kill this ogre as well. The ogre is going to be trouble. Okay, now you two kill this thing. Okay, the bodyguard's down. That scared the crap out of me. It looked like one of my characters just died. So we got him with another one of those holds. And now... burn him down. There we go. Mission successful. That was a lot easier than it was on my other party, actually. What do you want? What do I want with you?
Can we not talk about having our brains studied, please? Pretty please?
Summoned goblins, worshipped a god, worshipped as a god, captured by hobgoblins.
Come on, old man. Make with the loot. I don't used to be your age without
Come on, old man.
You must know how to avoid the crazy surges of power. You're holding out on me. That can't be all there is.
That's great.
You'd never have survived being so very, very old without something up your sleeve.
Thanks, everybody.
After coming all this way, it's not even
I have a bad feeling about this.
No, it's not fair. I traveled so far and overcome so many obstacles all on my own. He just disappeared.
Him.
Oh, of course you help. I haven't forgotten that it's all about you.
Are you a god? When someone asks, are you a god, you say yes. Okay, so we've managed to get our stone skin spell. This is going to be a very, very important aspect of our playthrough, and no, we are not going to accept the thing failing. That is completely unacceptable. So, we have access now to that. We need to cast Minor Sequencer again because her sequencer was used during the fight. But we should be able to use the sequencer, do that, then we'll be able to rest again, put Stone Skin on our bar. And the basic gist here is that we now have the ability, because of the fact that she's reasonably tanky, to have her just cast Stone Skin and not worry about getting sort of gibbed by all these like low-level enemies that I've been fighting anymore. We should have a much, much easier time now. Alright, so... let's see here. Oh. Clearly we need to bury the body. And I dropped Kondar as a result. Where'd the ring go? Okay, that's weird. Oh, it's probably put, it was put in Severi's inventory. Okay. It's weird. I would have expected it to be in the person in the top slot's inventory or the person who I actually clicked on it with, but that's fine. So we're going to go over here. We'll be able to complete another one of these little quests. And then, because it looks like Rasad doesn't have a new mission for me yet, He doesn't have his quest available. We can go do something else. Do we have someone we want to pick up outside of... shit. What was it saying? It was 20. Outside of going to Durlag, do I have anything else I want to do? Do I have any party members I want to try out? I think I'm going to stick with Nira because she is a single class mage, and so she will bring something to the table that I do not have access to otherwise, which is 5th level spells. So let's keep her in the party for now. That's not good. And they both decide to turn and attack someone else because the AI does not understand how to actually do things properly. I don't know why the advanced AI does that, considering that it is literally the worst thing you could possibly have the AI doing. There are times where you crowd control someone and then you don't want to burst them down, but they're few and far between. It is much more potent to burn down the creatures that are crowd controlled in 99% of situations. They're coming through the trees there behind that rock. Came out of nowhere, but now they're everywhere. What did we say? Goblins! They fell out of the sky or leaped upon a full grown out of the grass. I don't know. All I know is they killed Rilsa when she tried to talk to them, and I can't face them by myself. Alright, tell me what happened. Okay, it's hard to lose a loved one. Poof, goblins as far as the eye can see. First they appeared around the house of the old mage, but soon they moved into a set of caves in the northeast, taking him with them. Not long after that, a big hobgoblin arrived and made himself king of the tribe. I took care of the troublemakers. Maybe that's the best solution. Rilsa would be glad to know you spared those that were open to peaceful coexistence. For both myself and Rilsa, I thank you. Found this ring with your name inscribed on it. Yes. Okay. It's like... I like how you're given the option of just leaving the body in the open. It's like... such a weird thing to do. It's like just like childishly cruel, right? Like it's like, oh, is this? That was a night. Jesus Christ. I was not expecting a brown bear to have that high accuracy, to be honest. That was strange. Alright, we're going to continue on, because I don't want to be fighting the bear anyway. Do we have anything else that we need to do? I don't think so, right? I don't think we need to do anything else here. I guess I should look at that belt. Where's Adoy's belt? Here it is. I feel like this item should actually start out identified. Considering that it's, he kind of explains what it is that it's supposed to do, like, pretty clearly when you talk to him. So, feels to me like it should be pretty coherent. Okay, so we're going to Durlag's tower. What can you do for me? Aye, selfish one. Yes, get right and true. And you can give me potions of master thievery, which are kind of cool. Let's see, cloak of displacement. Alright, so we're going to... I think I might want to take these off of him and put them on her. Because she's honestly attacking a lot more often than he is. She obviously has fewer attacks per round, right? And the benefit that she gets out of these gauntlets is less in theory. But in practice, she's the one who's actually going to be in melee range to use them at all. Whereas there's a reasonably high chance that in any given encounter, Rasad is not going to be attacking at all, pretty much. So that's my thinking there. We're going to go ahead and cast Blur, follow that up with a mirror image, and we're just going to dive into this fight. This should be doing slashing damage. So if I can get... I'm hoping that this thing has an AI pattern. I know it doesn't have Hobgoblin AI because it doesn't swap when certain things happen. Do I want to blind it? I'm going to try blinding it. Okay, it's blinded. So it'll only hit on a natural 20. I got a nice lucky hit there. I feel like she's already lost her mirror images. We're just going to pull out of here. Turning off AI. Sounded like Imoen. Fuck. There we go. Okay, so these things are extremely difficult to hit on this difficulty. I think, I'm not positive on this, but I think that these have the lowest AC in the game. Out of any creature in the game, I think that these are the hardest hit. I'm not positive, but I do think that these are the hardest thing to hit in the game. The final boss, on paper, has one higher AC than this does. So I think these are actually harder to hit than the final bosses. They give you some idea, because it is only one like a difference of one. It does give you some idea of how much of a nightmare it's going to be to hit that final boss, but it should be fine. So it looks to me like we're not going to be able... Are these undead? Hold Undead might work on these. It didn't occur to me to try and use it, but these actually might be considered undead. If they're considered undead, I'm going to try a Greater Malice in here. We're going to cast a blind. Okay, it's blinded. It's got Greater Malice on it. And the question is, can I now use Hold Undead? And that's a no. It's not a, guarantee that it won't work, but it doesn't look like it's working there. Nope, that was too close. Okay. So Severia is missing on a 15 here.
What is needed?
We're going to need to give her whatever bonuses we can give her. That's with a blind, by the way. I'm pretty sure the final boss is immune to blind. So the blind is a +4 to hit. So she is hitting on a 16. But what this means in practice is that I think the final boss is only going to be hittable on a critical hit, even for Severia. I don't think that the Kensai accuracy is actually going to help any. And I'm pretty sure that the final boss is immune to crowd control. So, with that being the case, it's going to be a little rough. Oh, there's more creatures here. So we've got a couple doppelgangers here.
Yes.
Interestingly enough, monk's fists are reach weapons, which is kind of cool. You wouldn't expect someone who's literally unarmed to have a reach weapon, but for whatever reason, monks do have reach with their weapons. Now, you might say, oh, well, legs are very long, but legs are not long compared to sword plus arm, right? Much less be equivalent to something like a pole arm, right? So it's a little weird. Unclear why it is, but it certainly helps because it means that they're less likely to get blown apart. Get chunked. Let's see. So she does have Chaos, which is a good spell to have. Oh, she has an extra casting of something here. Do you want to give her Web so she has something more useful to do than cast Invisibility on Surrey and then be forgotten about? Okay. So we have already gone through here recently. I do not remember where the traps are. And we're just going to basically run around, save periodically, and we're just going to probably do one floor at a time rather than do the whole place all at once. Just because, unlike the previous time I came in here, I don't really need Suri in the party to fight things. She doesn't need to help. So I think we're gonna go up first and then we'll go down. I think there's just one at each entrance or something like that. Got ghasts here. I think ghasts do piercing damage. One of the primary things that we're trying to get in here is we're trying to get as many +3 weapons as possible. It's a good thing we got that magic resistance effect. That would have been unfortunate if I had to reload. And we can kill this ghast. Oh right, these things have Hobgoblin AI. So they're going to be a nuisance to fight. But that's okay. We'll send her over here.
It is in my hands.
And
At once.
we're going to send you. And we're going to send Severia. I don't want to send everybody at once because I'm worried that I'm going to accidentally aggro those other things. I'm going to go ahead and dive here and put on our Elves Bane. Luckily, they're both immune to hold now, so these things should not be terribly difficult to deal with. They don't really have a lot that they can do, other than just sort of like swap targets and do a little bit of damage to somebody. Hey! We got a new spell for our bard. We didn't get a new spell for our bard.
Tapestries. This place wouldn't be so bad.
And popping up. Okay, there is a ghost here. Okay, so he's gonna teleport around. And we are just going to track down. Any day. Any day now, we're going to purge this invis. There we go. Wait, what? That's weird. The illusion was dispelled. Okay, that was very strange. We are going to... Hold person will not work because it's undead. Blind probably would work.
Uh-huh.
No.
This time.
You get back here, young lady.
Gotcha.
I am prepared.
Good.
Not a problem.
Alright, well, I guess we're going to try this. I'm actually going to cast protection from electricity. Alright, there we go. So, now I'm going to turn on the AI.
You ready?
She is not going to cast anything, I don't think. I think she's just going to... She doesn't even want to attack. We'll have her attack. You are going to cast... Doom. Doom, 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 doom. You are going to cast this. And because we have other invis spells, we don't need to... Flaming Fist. Oh, he does have Lay on Hands. Oh, good, it's blinded. So that should hopefully allow us to burn it down before anything bad happens. That's a yes. That is a yes. So we burned down the ghost. And that means that we can now go around unlocking all this shit. And anything on level 1 that I need to unlock? Probably. Nope. Not that. Okay, neither of those need to be unlocked. Okay, so we can now, I guess, deal with the ghasts in the other room. They shouldn't be too difficult to take out. I'm just moving him back, actually. Okay. It's very unfortunate that we're not able to keep them on one target. So if we could just keep it on one target, it would make my life a lot easier. Pull it back. So basically, if everyone's on the other side of it, it's very easy to identify when it has shifted target. It's very bad when it targets Rasad because he's not immune. There. It would actually be really nice to have Ghost Armor right about now. Because if I had Spirit Armor, I could just cast that on Severia and call it a day. So, just gonna keep going. Nope. Alright. Just in case he gets attacked so he doesn't get burst down. Okay, one more. There might be two more in here. I think there might be another one buried a little further back. Fuck. That quick turnaround. Shit. Never trust a ghoul or a ghast. This thing is insisting on being the most annoying ghast in all of existence, as it continuously just shifts target, making my life miserable. Fucking A. Jesus. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? Fuck this noise. You are getting 2 castings of spirit armor, and it's time for us to make the Kensai go crazy. She has immunity to hold effects. She has -8 AC. We're going to give her the piercing girdle. And she's going to start soloing for a while. So, do we have any other effects that we want to give her? Yes, we want to give her this instead of this. Where are you? There we go. So she's now got -9 AC. She's got better than that versus piercing. And the goal is just for her to pretty much solo over here. I guess she needs to bring Kalisa, though. Okay. And if we do cast Draw Upon Holy Might, then she will be able to do some serious solo work. Oops, wrong way. So we now we have a few more of those things to kill. I thought there was a dude in that room. So the goal right now is basically just have everybody except her. I guess Silveria can come in as well, now that I think about it. Rasad, you can just pull back. That was a 20, right? No, they are hitting on 19. Oh, right. She isn't here. Jesus. So we're going to go ahead and use Lay on Hands. What? Oh, are they only able to heal themselves with Lay on Hands? I have not played a monk in a long time. Okay. You know what? We're just going to see if we can aggro. Hello, friend. So that was a 20. And unfortunately, I am not immune to crits, so natural 20s are going to be really, really nasty. Oh, I can go around this. Sticky cloud. Okay, so this is going to be really annoying. This fight. Where'd she go? Did she wander down this way? There you are. A female after all this time, and I'm fine by a female? Leave me, I can't afford to waste my charms on you. Still, if you find you want to help a fellow vixen escape her chains, then some poor old man, fool old man imposed on her, then maybe we can talk further. Time is of little real consequence to my time. More important is that how you mortals behave and obey and behave. Such a dignity that I've been trapped here since that fool Durlag disappeared. And now I have to deal with your rejection as well. Durlag may have taken my wings and cursed me to remain here, but I've still a few powers his traps couldn't strip. If I cannot leave, neither will you. I'll repaint the walls with your blood. A little redecorating will make the next 100 years a little more bearable. So she's casting Charm Person. Okay. So we can try blinding her. Let's cast a Greater Malison. She doesn't need to cast anything right this second. And it has to Doom. Oh, fuck me. God damn it, Rasad. So, she has been doomed. The one man in the party. Alright, so... You... can't cast Greater Malison. Shit. You know what? Web.
What is it this time?
Okay, we need to turn off the AI because the AI is going to have me killing my own party members. Where is Kieran Hale? There she is. That was a lot of damage. Jesus! Look at that hit! Oh, did I get the blind off? I think I got the blind off. I must have gotten the blind off, because otherwise she'd be attacking me. So she's blind. Get wrecked. Alright, so we can now just move away from Rasad. Never mind. This is really sad. Don't think I want to blind him. There. So we cast Hold Person on Rasad, say, calm the hell down, buddy, and we wait. Wonder how long that's going to last. Oh, and he's been level drained. Do we even have... We don't even have Lesser Restoration, do we? We do have Lesser Restoration. Okay, we're fine. It's all fine. Oh, he hasn't been level drained. He's got a Dex and Constitution reduction. The head of a succubus, a demonic creature that seduces men into accompanying her in the underworld. I'm actually curious about that. Are succubi gender specific? I wouldn't imagine that they should be. It's a +2 staff spear. And we are set. We can now, I guess, finish exploring. Nothing else really in here. I like how she just has a bathtub. It's like the only object in her room. But yeah, I think coming in there with more, with fewer male characters makes a difference, actually, because she specifically targeted that male character that I had, which seems odd to me. Again, I don't feel like charm spells should be gender locked because they're magical effects, right? It doesn't really matter if the person is your type or not. You know what I mean? You don't have to find them attractive in order for a charm spell to work on you. Oh, right, because she doesn't have the thing on her now. We're going to cast Spirit Armor on you. Jesus Christ. Okay, I need to get my sequencer up. Oh, she doesn't have... She doesn't have Stun Skin active because I'm a dope. Okay. Jesus. Thing's rolling a lot of 19s. Okay, so we are going to... Oh, we can't use Drop on Holy Might. That's so sad. Alright, what we're going to do is we're now going to get all of our stuff, our precasts done, basically. So we should have this situation mostly resolved. And what we're going to do, come down here. I probably don't need all these bandit scalps. I'm just going to drop these and go around. It's a little gruesome how long we've been carrying around these scalps for. You know, just a little. And Cloak of Protection +1. So we can now put the Cloak of Protection +1 onto Severia. And that means that the two of them can just exchange the exact same slot. And that'll be useful. Now, what else do we want to do? I want to check all the boxes, I guess. Did I already check everything up here? Okay, there's a halberd +1 or something there. We can just drop back downstairs. I think these are just like books, not actual like important things. Let's see. They're not important books. They're just... Oh, that's why. She doesn't have her armor on. Okay, we're going to cast Protection from Evil. Oh, no, that isn't the reason that other thing was going weird. Alright, so we're getting this sequencer off. We're going to put Mirror Image and Blur onto our sequencer. That way we can just cast that whenever we want. And we are going to put our armor back on. Have you pop over here. Let's see. Regular is what I'm called. Alright, so be it. I mean, I'll certainly go away from you. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to loot the whole joint while you're standing in this room for the rest of your life. Let's see here. So, if I recall correctly, I think that this trap can't actually be disarmed. So, I'm not that surprised that that's what happened. Go ahead. I don't think I need this Ankeg skull. This Ankeg carapace. Think we can skip that. And we have another one of these magical tomes. This one is a Tome of Understanding. So you can go ahead and give that to Silria. So she can get her wisdom up to 20 here. And we have one more of these Tomes of Understanding to pick up over the course of this playthrough. So we're going to have... So for second level spells, do we have anything that we want? Yes. We're going to go ahead and pick up Chant. What is your dexterity? You do not have enough to get an additional point of dex from this, I don't think. Correct. So drop on Holy Might is not going to help our AC yet. Hold person. I think I'm going to take more Chants, because Chant is really useful for dealing with some of the stuff that we're about to be facing off with. Command is quite good. We are going to take one Bless alone. So Bless is going to give us a +1 to hit. I wonder if Aid stacks with Bless. Unfortunately, this only lasts for one round. Or sorry, one round per level, which really limits its utility as a single target spellcast. We got an extra 4th level spell. So this protects against level draining. We have a Death Ward. I think we're going to take negative plane protection. Is there anything down here that's going to be using level drain? I don't think so. I don't remember anything that uses level drain outside of her, and she doesn't even use level drain. She uses stat drain. So I'm going to take a second protection from evil. This lasts for 1 turn per level, so it's got a very long duration, and that means that we can get a lot of value out of it. We're not going to be using up this stuff that we have already, so we're going to start consolidating our ammunition. Drop this. Okay. Failure. And I've got a lot of these wands. So if I feel like I need to use some of these wands later, I'll have the ability to. I'm not going to need them for this game, I don't think. But for, I'm not sure with Siege of Dragonspear how that's going to play out. The Siege of Dragonspear content might require that I use consumables. We'll just have to see. That said, if we do have to, we'll probably be using more stuff like wands of paralysis, as opposed to like a wand of fear. Like, what possible use do I have for that, really? Alright, we've got the ability to pop downstairs again. I think we've cleared this section. Did we check? Okay. The way to the roof is on this previous floor here. Who has protection from petrification? You do. So we're going to have her cast protection from petrification on Severia. Do we have ghost armor, or spirit armor rather? We do. We don't have any more heals. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to look at you or say, hey, you've already cast this. Let's get rid of that. Give her Stone Skin. Stone Skin lasts for 12 hours. So we have the potential to stockpile 2 Stone Skins onto her at once. Just by casting Stone Skin, resting immediately, and then we'll have another Stone Skin, and we'll have 4 hours left on the current Stone Skin. And that has the potential to be quite strong. Let's see here. We are going to go ahead and... Actually, we're going to do exactly that because I need to rest again anyway. Severia does not have enough HP. And that's not the thing. So we're going to cast Stone Skin. And we are going to cast that. There we go. And that allows us to get a lot of stuff done. So I don't think I need to gather my entire party to go through here. So what we're going to do is we're going to have you cast... Nothing yet. We're going to have you cast Spirit Armor onto her. And you cast Protection from Petrification. Alright, so she now has Gaze Reflection, which means that she can just pop up here. And regardless of what it does, she should be able to easily handle it. And she should be able to just sort of cleave through all of these things. And it did crushing damage with that, which means that I need to actually pull her into the fight to give her Thingamabobber. So that should get the job done. And now we just go up here, dive the Greater Basilisk, and we could, if we wanted, just back away if it starts using a physical attack instead of polymorph. Just when we see the attack instead of, say, versus polymorph. But that's done. Nira levels up. And we're going to clear through these. So Spirit Armor, you can see, makes all the difference in the world because it allows us to basically solo with her. Of course, I probably should have been paying a little bit more attention when it switched over. When it switched over. I looked over there and I'm like, oh, actually, she's taking damage. Mistakes were made. And then, oh shit, that's a problem. Look at all that poison damage. The problem is that you can't actually remove poison with the person who's poisoned usually. I cannot believe I managed to get that done. Come on. Swap to your range attack. There we go. So I think there's one more of these that I need to deal with. Yeah. And it's tempting to bring other characters into here to, you know, speed things up. And I'd probably... It makes much more sense to do that, actually. I should have done that. Come on. There we go. Protection from petrification wore off. Whoops. Okay, so it looks like we actually are going to need to pull other people into this. Because she's not going to do enough damage. So as long as it continues to attack her, we're all fine. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So this, I think, is trapped, right? Yep. All right, I forgot. Let's level up. And that gives us a third casting of spells. We're going to go ahead and get improved invisibility. So we're going to have a couple of different ways that we're going to want to handle these fights. In some cases, we're going to want to handle them with Severia, just walking through with spirit armor. That's kind of a easy way to handle a lot of fights. That's a fast and efficient way to deal with certain enemies. But for certain, like, really high power targets, we really need... First of all, we need to swap back to piercing. I guess I could cast Protection from Evil on her. Nope. Go away. Go away. You know, before I accidentally walk into that, let's deal with this. I'm going to cast a blind. Do we have blind on you? We do not. So that one's blind. They're both blind. So that will, the fact that they're blinded reduces their accuracy, but also reduces their armor class and makes them easier to kill. Well, I guess it increases their armor class. Second edition is weird. Second edition is a very strange edition. Let's see here. It's interesting because I don't think people necessarily realize how strange the idea of a professional game designer is. Because, like, when you think about really, like, most, like, really old games, like, if you look at games like Monopoly and Risk and a lot of these, old board games, there's a reason that people, do not, like, there's a reason that gamers don't want to play Monopoly, right? Like, it's not very well designed as a game, right? It doesn't work very well at the things that a game is supposed to do. And one of the things that's kind of interesting about playing like old versions of D&D is that like old versions of D&D give sort of like an experience of like how is it that we got from a position where like game development was not a field in any meaningful sense. It was just people designing shit in their basement with no best practices and no real concept of I want to create this type of effect in my game. I want to instill this effect in my audience, etc., in my players. How do I accomplish that? There wasn't like a set of rules for that in the past. And now we have that. And so you can see things like the improvement in the way that people handle like UI, the way that mechanics work, things of that nature. So as an example, if you look at the current like way that D20 systems usually work versus the way that the THACO system and the spreadsheets and the charts and all that kind of stuff, right? The spreadsheets and the charts and all that kind of stuff were just kind of the first thing that came to mind, if that makes any sense, for the people who designed the Dungeons and Dragons. And it didn't occur to them that they could literally just change the phrasing of what they're doing without changing any of the actual mechanical aspects. None of the consequences are changed, but the phrasing can be changed to make it actually make sense, right? So, as an example, as someone who's played, these games for a very long time, getting the linguistics down of whether I say I'm increasing my armor class or decreasing for enemies, for myself, etc., right? That linguistics still doesn't come naturally because it's so inherently unnatural and it's inconsistent between different aspects, right? What's that? What can I do for you? Keep your healing for yourself, you'll need it. Let's see. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go with 2. You have even less reason to believe it's not as dangerous to say. There's a reason no one's breached this place at any significant degree in over 300 years. You've heard the history, or you would not be here. Durlag was a disturbed man. His spirit was broken by the deaths of those around him. This place reflects what happens to him, and he seems to demand you understand him before you're allowed passage. This place is not a ruin. It's open to the ages. It's not open to the ages. This place was designed to keep people out, or to kill them. Even the simplest of doors seem locked with ward stones. If you enter here, you'd best be prepared to succeed or die. You've inspired a lecture in me, but your life is to do with what you will. I wish you well. Indeed. So we're going to go ahead and do... a hard save. I had no idea that my hard save was so far away. We're going to pop down here. And now is the time to turn off the AI. And now is when we get to really see the advantage of an invisible thief. So basically what's going to happen here is we are just going to go through this entire dungeon and remove every single trap from the entire dungeon. So we've got a phase spider here. Got 3 greater doppelgangers here. And the goal with our rogue here is basically just to clear out the whole dungeon in terms of traps so that we can just move wherever we want without trouble. So if we look here, there's clearly going to be a trap here, right? Yep. These are ghouls, not ghasts. They are wandering. I don't like that. This thing is wandering my way. At a certain point, it might cause problems for me, but for now, we're not going to worry about it. So there's another ghoul that's wandered all the way over here. Okay. Can't say because this is slime. But I really like Durlag's Tower. The idea of making an entire expansion that's basically 2 dungeons is really cool because Durlag, this place is enormous. This place is absolutely enormous, and you really get a feeling of like just how big some of these dungeons are in a way that you really don't in most of the dungeons in the game, right? And actually in the series, right? You don't really get the feel that these dungeons are really that massive and that there's that much going on until until you get to Durlag's, and you're just like, oh my god, this place is... It's so huge, right? This is the first floor, and you get to the second floor, and it's like, okay, you know, you got another floor here. And then you get to the third floor, and then you get to the fourth floor, and it just keeps going. And that's the glorious thing about Durlag's, is that it's just enormous. And that guy was not kidding when he's like, you know, oh, this place is, you know, not like other places that you have been. This place is much more aggressive with traps than the other dungeons are. Like, most of the dungeons in this are not very aggressive when it comes to trap placement. They're relatively benign. This dungeon is traps every 3 feet, constant secret doors, constant secret passages, like all sorts of puzzles, all sorts of stuff, and it's just great. It's as a dungeon, it's just a really cool one. So presumably there's a trap right in the middle there. Yep. So we're back in the room with the ghouls. Is there gonna be a trap here? Yeah, for my part, this is, I think, the optimal way to handle traps. Any place that you're going to be in, any dungeon you're going to be in, even not just traps, but just, it's a really good way to handle what to do with your thief. Is just make them... What? Ghoul just set off a trap somewhere. This is piercing.
I listen.
Oh, these do crushing damage? What the hell? That was unexpected. Let's see. The other thing is that I'm pretty sure that Durlags actually uses different creature files for pretty much everything than the rest of the game. I actually would have expected ghouls and ghasts and things to use slashing damage. Because I think that they have claws in Dungeons and Dragons, don't they? Like, I think that they have claw attacks. Might be thinking of whites, but I think it's ghouls and ghasts. There's probably a lot of things that have claws. But at any rate, we can now continue exploring a little bit. Goal here is to track down all of the wandering ghouls to deal with. Was that other one a crit too? Okay, they are missing on a 19, so we know that for a fact that they... Every single time she gets hit, by the way, she's taking that's a natural 20. Just to give you an idea of how unlucky we are right now. Unfortunately, it's been more than 4 hours.
Drop something. Could you pick it up for me?
Let's see. Are those mustard jellies? This thing wandered off so far. Okay, let's see if the mustard jelly is approaching. And they are mustard jellies.
What's the story?
That's weird. As soon as I go into that other area, so that is a crushing damage. It's not missile damage. And interestingly enough, it hit on a 19 even with this effect in place. So first things first, we need to take this off, and we need to cast Stone Skin, because she does not currently have Stone Skin. And now, we can cast... we're actually going to cast a mirror image. No. Yes, we're going to cast a mirror image because these things should have reasonably high accuracy. So... I'm not going to cast Blur because that's probably overkill.
What is needed?
Okay, so we should be able to just cleave through this relatively fast. Okay, do we want... Can we use Hold Undead? Who is Hold Undead? I guess we can blind it. There. And interestingly enough, it's far enough away that it can't, even though it was just attacking me, it actually can't see me now that it's blind, so it's just going to wander away. So how do we want to go about the next part? We have skeletal warriors in this next room over here. We want to get this horde unlocked. So she still has stone skins. We can pop over here. We do not have the other thing. What we're going to do is we are going to fight a thinger over here. So we're going to cast a blur. We're going to cast Mirror Image. And we're going to pull the Skeletal Warrior. So this is using a hammer. The Skeletal Warrior should probably be using a sword, like a two-handed sword or a bastard sword or something. That is a sword. Okay, so we are going to swap to the Golden Girdle of Ernst. She's going to pop over here. And we're going to have Severia rip this thing to shreds. She is going to swap over to this and start beating this thing to death. I don't know how hard the Skeletal Warriors are going to be to actually hit. They have magic resistance, and they have quite a lot of magic resistance. So trying to blind one is kind of a fool's errand. We basically just need to tank and spank. So we'll see how this goes. Silveria's mirror images wore off. So let's see. It's missing on that. On the plus side, they have a simplistic AI, so it's missing on an 18. And that's... Do I still have Blur active, even? So it did roll 20 there. I haven't seen it... So an 18 is a miss. I haven't seen a natural... an 19. To see if a 19 will cause problems for me. That's just another normal skeleton, so we just pull over here. And then these three dive in here. Okay, that was probably Blur or something. It just wore off. It was a natural 20. Oh, it was Stone Skin that just wore off. So we don't have Stone Skin anymore. So one of the most important spells is no longer active. We have a key here. We have this glittering gemstone. Princes. Anybody want to equip this? She has a thing of protection. Looks like everybody has a protection item right now, so we don't need this. We're just going to put it into this. And let's see. Oh, she didn't have the Destroyer of the Hills equipped for that skeleton. And Rashad's Talon. This is Condor. Plus 3 versus shapeshifters. Okay. So we're popping into here. We have that object that we need to tinker with. Prasad almost certainly has a nearly full inventory. Boop, boop. So we have, what is this plate armor? Wrong character. Practical defense +3. So this is 0 AC and -3 versus slashing. It's kind of a weird object to put in here, honestly. it's not very good because
Yes.
just standard plate armor is, or full plate armor is so much better than a normal plate that even with a significant enhancement, it's just not good enough to really justify. It would need to be like full plate +3 to really be useful. So that's unfortunate. Just because of the fact that you can't use rings of protection and things like that if you're using a thing. Okay, so there is a skeletal warrior there. We're going to go ahead and cast Protection from Evil again. And we're going to see if I can handle this thing.
Not a problem. Fine and dandy.
So we'll wait for you to approach. That was a 19. So it did hit on a 19. That's not optimal. Let's see.
It is in my hands.
Anything else I can do to improve our situation? Not really, I don't think. So, if I don't have stone skin, I can't really tank the skeletal warriors because they have way too high an accuracy. This is the Golden Girdle of Ernst, so it is the correct thing equipped. I need... You know what I need? I need the stuff that I needed to do research to figure out how you get it. So... 1 second, I'm gonna check how I get this stuff, so... Okay, so... Basically... So, this, so basically, I'm basically just looking at some stuff to try and figure out where to get this. So what I really want here basically, I can get a few more armor class bonuses by obtaining the Balderon equipment. And let's see. So we could just pick this up. What is this? You know, this is interesting. I don't think I've ever seen the Helm of the Noble. That's kind of funny. So I've never actually apparently entered the house that is in. So I need to go to Baldur's Gate. I need to go to the Northwestern District. This is... Alternatively, I could just pick up a rogue who has pickpockets and call it a day, which I think is probably what I'm going to do. Because, again, I'm on a time limit. So what we're going to do is we're going to go pick up a couple of AC boosting items. Because if we can boost our AC a little bit more, then Silria will be able to actually tank stuff substantially better. It'll make the stone skins last a lot longer, as well as some other good effects. So we need to do a couple of things. The first thing is... First thing we need to do is sneeze, apparently. And then once we've sneezed, we can now go down here. So we're going to go to northwestern Baldur's Gate. But we need to pick up a rogue first. Let's see. Who is a rogue to pick up? Preferably a pure class rogue. So we're going to do this. We're going to pick this person up temporarily. We are going to get Nira back once we've... Oh. So how can you help us? Interesting. I'd forgotten about this. There are disadvantages to waiting until Chapter 7 to get this done. Right.
Casting spells isn't as easy as I make it look. I'm tired.
Do we want to go to the friendly arm? Do we want to rest here? I think we are going to... Save the game, and she can cast stones. We're not going to cast stone skin yet because we might need to move around a bit. Alright, we're going to try to pop to here. That's silly of me. If we go here, we can pick up Quail. Is Quail what class is Quail? He's not what I'm looking for. Is it TX? I think it's TX. I might need TX. We could alternatively just go back to Sea-Watch and do it that way. Do we want to go to Sea-Watch? I need to find a rogue so that I can get somebody with pickpocketing skill. What is your pickpocketing skill? Your pickpockets is 8. So that is definitely not going to work out for me. And we need to pickpocket this. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. Commander Angelo Dosan, these are the ones wanted for the murder of the Iron Throne. Addressing the greed in my soul, an admirable attempt, but one destined to fail. I'm not stupid enough to cross one such as that remark. I reserve that stupidity all for you. Well then. That could have gone better. I got the... It's just open. So, what is the plan? Won't I though? Okay, so we need to... Okay, I can't actually use my other characters. Sure, why not? Oh my god. One, 2, 4, 7. So is it the previous two? Looks like it's adding the previous 2 plus 1. So it should be 33. Is my guess. It's so disturbing. So it looks to me like it's going to be a lot harder for us to do some of these quests now that we're having to run around like mad people. Okay, so we could travel through the sewers. We still don't have a pickpocket. I'm not sure if we can use... I'm going to try this. I'm going to try picking her up. Just to see how it goes. Unfortunately, the way this all works, it all escalates very rapidly at the end in terms of the plot. Don't really want to be fighting all these things. I'm just looking for... Not you. Looking for... Fine, there you are. Okay, so 6 party members, that's the number we're looking for. Alright, so we're gonna drop Nira from the party temporarily.
Seriously? After all we've been through?
Look, it's fine. Calm down.
About our friendship.
Calm down.
When you're ready to apologize, you can find me at the friendly arm.
Calm down. It's all fine. We need to steal some shit. And we can't steal some shit with you. We need somebody else to steal some shit. Okay, so we are going to have her cast Invis on Safana. I think we should be able to just go and steal everything that we're looking for right now. And then we'll be in good shape. So we're basically just going to steal these things. We're not going to complete any of these quest lines. Things have kind of accelerated into the end game at this point, so we could... You should have enough inventory space, I think so. That's not what I'm looking for. That is what I'm looking for. Okay, so let's do some confirmation here. Wait, what? Oh, shit. Pickpocketing makes you invisible again. Okay, that's good to know. It's not a big deal, because we can outrun them, but... Run. Okay, so, pick this up. We now need to go to... What? How did I get here? Oh! Ah, Mistress should help these please, and Sorum shall have his robe. Okay, so that's all fine. We have the hold person spell. Can blind... We're not gonna blind. We're gonna run these around in circles a little bit if we can. Okay, so one of these is not held. Oh god damn it! There's a flaming fist and forcer on my ass. Just what I need right now. So Kalisa can. You know what? We can cast blind on the flaming fist and forcer. That's the easiest way to handle him. So he's blinded. We don't need to kill him. We just need him to stop attacking us. Right. And another one shows up, of course. Just wandering around. Alright, so now I know how this quest works, so give me a second to... Agent of the most hated goddess has been observed within Baldur's Gate. Appears this one is alone. He's alone, so killing him should be easy. He's in the Bladed Stars Tavern. Speak to a prospective acolyte named Sorum. He'll provide you with a description of your target. Seek out and slay the agent of Selune, and bring his body to the shrine. Alright, so this is someone's tavern. This is Iron Throne headquarters. We're not going to the Lantern, so we're just going to wander. I like how they're just wandering around blind. Okay, so this is Blade and Stars. I'm trying to figure out, I don't remember where the helm and cloak is. If I had to guess... Helm and cloak, どこですか? Okay, Okay, we're actually gonna reload. I'm actually just gonna Google this. Okay, perfect. It's in northwestern Baldur's Gate. So it's actually quite close to where the person who gives you the quest is. Which makes sense. Alright, so we can now go to northwestern Baldur's Gate. Do I know you? Interesting.
My training did not prepare me for such extended.
No.
There is no rest for you.
So, Helm and Cloak is going to be in this area somewhere. That tavern and inn might be it. This is the entire Silver Shield estate. Whoops. Born old man. I love the names of things in this. Alright, so we got two guards here. Oops, wasn't paying attention. Alright, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna cast Invis on her. She can basically do the. I should have cast it. Oh, Nirik isn't in the party anymore. Never mind. We're just gonna walk around and try and find the place that we're going to. So is this it?
My training did not prepare me for such extended.
Don't think it's this one.
I must rest, lest fatigue cobweb my senses.
Do I need to get over here somehow? This is an estate, though. There shouldn't be a... Okay. Interestingly enough, I don't actually recall the Enter Solar Shield estate being used for anything. There's all this other map section up here. I wonder if we need to go if we need to go east and then come from the east side. We're gonna try going around this way, I guess. Unless, there it is. Helm and Cloak is right here. So we should be able to just pop in here. I think it's upstairs. There's 2 guards here. I don't remember there being guards in this place. Guessing over here. There we go. This is it. So, there we go. So, part 1 of our task is complete. So we've got some Balderon equipment. And now we need to get into the sewers so that I can figure out where I'm going. It would be nice to have invisibility, like AoE invis. That would help me out a lot. So we've got a ghast here. Almost positive this uses piercing. We do not have the thing on her. That is piercing. Natural 20 at that. We have somebody with Hold Undead, right? Oh, we also have this helm that we should have had equipped already. Helm of Balderon. +1 Thaco, +1 AC, which is like -1 to all those things, but we can pretend. So, boop. Okay, so now we have Hold Person. You have Hold Undead, right? Yeah. So that held that one, but it looks like it was only a single target. I was kind of expecting that to be AoE. Okay, so... chopping it up. So annoying having to deal with these things. How on earth am I missing this thing so damn much? We're gonna cast a blind on it, I guess. Technically speaking, I don't really even have to fight it. Stop swapping targets. It's ridiculous. I hate ghouls so much. They're so fucking annoying. They're so irritating. Oh man. I think I'm just gonna blind them and walk by. You know what I'm gonna do? Are you invisible? Yes, you are. We're gonna walk by with her and see if this is even where we want to be going. That's a lot of goals, Jesus. We can go this way if we want. We can go this way if we want. Okay, so what are you doing? Why are you attacking somebody else? This is not gonna be. This is not gonna help going this direction. We're gonna have to go this way, I think. So we're gonna try it. It means we're gonna have to go through all of those enemies. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Don't really know what I want to do here. Unfortunately, if not for the plus 12 to level effect, it would be pretty easy because the oh, I didn't equip this. If I didn't have the plus 12 to level, I'd be able to just use turn undead and call it a day. But yeah, the two things that I would say, like, I don't find to be nice on Legacy of Ball, like, the two things that I think are troublesome is I don't think that enemies should get the plus 12 to their level, because it basically makes certain spells completely ineffective, and it lowers the total number of options that you have in gameplay, which I don't think is, you know, I don't think that reducing the number of options you have for viable play is a good thing. I think that you should be giving a variety of options. So as an example, the sleep spell doesn't work, turn undead doesn't work at all, things like that. It makes undead particularly nuisance because turn undead is the mechanism by which you deal with low-level undead, and the game doesn't have any built-in mechanics other than turn undead to be able to handle them, if that makes any sense. The game design is fundamentally designed around the idea that you have turn undead as an option, and without turn undead as an option to deal with low-level undead, the low-level undead are just way more annoying than they have to be. And as far as I'm concerned, is much more annoying than they legitimately should be. Because once you start getting some cleric levels, you really should be able to just turn undead. And I don't know if you can get high enough level to blow up. Oh, this is the Iron Throne basement? Is that the Iron Throne basement? Where the hell was I? There we go. So we're here now. And my intention here... Oh! Slimy baby, you tell him, honey. Oh baby, you know me, you know you're slimy. Hey, why don't you go watching us get all mushy. This is great. Was that your whispering, sweetheart? Hey now, my girl Kristen says we've got a shot for the Grand Dukes. She was ashamed about Silver Shield, huh? One down, two to go, poor Dukes. Wouldn't it be better if they'd all died together? Bah, Kristen, don't give it all away now like that. Now it's on, what do they call it again? The silver bladder? Enough of this cat and mouse stuff. Hey, cut out for it. We'll kill him and then do the dukes after lunch. Glorious. Okay, so can I cast spells on you? I don't actually know if I can cast spells on this guy. But we'll find out. We're going to cast a Malison in the middle here. And we do not have what I want. Cast. So she just lost her spell. And she's now going to cast this. She's going to cast a web. And that is fail. Okay, let's try this again. I was not expecting to run into these people in here, so mistakes were made. I was thinking that I could just pop in here and do all this stuff, and I would be able to if I had actually done things correctly a little while back. So I think that guy is using a piercing weapon. I think he's using a short sword, right? So the short sword in play. Put the girdle piercing on. So that should give her a nice little AC bonus. The problem is, of course, that she's, you know, fatigued, which is going to cause serious problems for me. I can go ahead and take this off. And stone skin. So she can't be interrupted by the dude anymore. Now she can do whatever she damn well pleases. Do I want to cast? I think I'm going to hard cast, actually, my mirror image and my blur before we start the fight. So we've now got negative 11 AC, negative 13 against evil creatures, which, you know, I can only assume that these are evil. They're the real deal. Okay, we can cast a chant, I guess. You are going to cast Malison. You are going to cast a I'm going to cast the whole person. You're going to hide. And you are going to hide. And you are going to say, yay, time to murder. Or something. So saving throws have been lowered for both of them. We now cast a web. So Kristen has been held. So we're now going to pop over here. Oh, nice. I forgot to put her proper weapon on. There we go. So she's now visible, and she cast protection, a minor globe on herself. This is a problem because... Let's go ahead and equip this. And... we cannot do what we'd like to do here because we can't blind her. It would be nice to cast Invis, but I ran out of Invis to cast. What do I need? I'm going to use Spell Thrust. Okay, with Spell Thrust active, we can now cast Blind. Anybody else have Blind? Yes. We're going to cast Command. Oh shit, Cloud Kill? So we need to get out of the Cloud Kill. Out of the Cloud Kill. She's casting another Cloud Kill. Okay, we're going to reload. I don't want those Cloud Kill effects going off. Because I don't want them to be able to kill a bunch of What's the word? Okay, we can cast this. We're gonna cast. No, we're not. We're just gonna walk straight to her.
What is needed?
Grass Malison. Alright, so we're now going to cast. Guess we could cast Whole Person on him. The goal is to get a web down. So she's got a minor globe active now, which is not good. I don't like the fact that she has a minor globe active. We cannot get her with the other thing. Okay. She's got the minor globe gone. We can cast Hold Person. We can cast Hold Person. We can cast another web. Alright. And I forgot, of course, to do what I was intending to do here. So, did we manage to cancel the spell? I don't think so. The second we finish this spell cast, we need to swap our weapon. If she manages to cast this spell through all of these hits, I'm gonna cry. Okay, she's down, so... That was close. We're going to cast a Doom.
What is needed?
Let's cast the Doom song. Doom, 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 doom. Yes, cast the Doom song. That's how language works. So he's got like a -6 to saving throws at this point. We should have no trouble whatsoever cleaving him down. Fucking A! I can't believe he made a saving throw with a through the -6. Okay, before anything else happens, I need to equip her proper weapon so that she can actually do her job. That was silly of me. It was entirely just down to the fact that I didn't put the weapon on her. Alright, so... we're going to cast a chant. We're going to cast a Malison. We're going to cast... what are you supposed to cast? So you can cast a blind on him. So you need to go over here. We're going to... Alright, so we took out her thing, which means that we can now cast Spell Thrust. With the Spell Thrust, we should be able to get the other effects off, but I don't think we're going to get them off in time. Unless... fuck. Alright, we're canceling this because, again, she's going to kill civilians, and we don't want the civilians dead. Did I? Yes, I did. Do I have anything else that I need to do? I don't think so. This is a relatively straightforward fight. The biggest problem is protecting my the biggest issue is just defending all of the random NPCs here. So we're casting Malison. We're not going to cast the web first, even though it's tempting to do so. You know what? Maybe we should cast the web first. I think we will cast the web first. We're going to cast the web first, then we'll cast the Malison. And let's see. You can try to get a blind off. You're almost certainly going to fail. That's fine, though. And we can get a chant out. So we actually got the web effect on Slithe. Kristen did save versus spell. Okay, so what we need right now is for you
What is needed?
to cast Spell Thrust.
What's the story?
These people are going to attack, I guess. Except they're not. She's going to try to cast Hold Person. She is going to try to cast Greater Malison, and of course I don't have it active because I took too long. She's going to try to cast Hold Person as well. We got her. So she's held. The Malison's coming out, and those people are just going to burn down her. Meanwhile, we're going to layer some more of these over here. I cast a blind on you. Slithe is blind and CC'd, so we should be all set here. I'm going to go ahead and layer another web. And I don't think Slithe is going to be getting out of this one. And he did actually manage to get out. Let's cast that Doom. Done. Okay, so we dealt with them. It was slightly more work than we would have anticipated. We were planning to come down here just to steal some shit. Okay. So, we have Skull Trap. It's a dagger. +2 dagger, or some other type of dagger? Okay. Ooh, this is a +3 short sword. This is a short sword of backstabbing. I like it. So, that's one more +3 weapon in our hands. I like it. This is a dagger that I can't identify with her. Gravebinder, so this is a +2 dagger. That's fine. And what else do we have? We have... We'll go ahead and learn this just for the hell of it. We have knock. Boop. Clairvoyance. We're going to use this Tome of Understanding to get her all the way up to 21 wisdom. And let's see. That does give us an additional 3rd level spell. I think that's a 3rd and 5th level spell, if I had to guess. So this is basically confusion. And strength of 1 gives 1875. I could use Invisibility Purge. We'll try to use Invisibility Purge at any rate. I don't know if it'll ever actually work. And now, let's take a look here. So Severia has 3 tomes used. We do not have the Intelligence tome used, so where's the Intelligence tome? Intelligence tome. We've used the Charisma tome. We've used everything except the Intelligence tome, so I'll need to figure out where that is. I think I recall where it is. I think it's in Baldur's Gate, in one of the wizards' places. So we're just looking for a person in here that will go where we want. Alright, this is who we're looking for, I think. So she is tired, so that's probably a problem, but it's fine. Alright, did you get what we needed you to? Yes, you did. Okay, so we now have the Cloak of Balderon. This gives +1 to AC, +1 to saving throws, and a +25% to magic resistance. Now, the only problem with the Cloak of Balderon is that I don't have a Ring of Protection +2, so this will not actually increase my armor class on her if used. So we need to find a Ring of Protection +2, and I don't know where the one is. Go ahead and give this to her for now. This will allow more people to have the maximal AC. Where's my jewel case? At the same time. But it doesn't quite solve my problem. Alright, so now what are we going to do? We've got the helm. So we've got a reduction of our AC by 1. Hey, Poutine. We've got a reduction of our AC by 1. We've got the ability to hopefully get out of here. So this is interesting. We can just pop out here whenever we want to get to... This goes straight to the Iron Throne thing, I think. And so if we come to northwest Baldur's Gate, we can get into all the places that we want to get to very quickly. Do we want to go back to Durlag's tower now? We might... Do we want to get the Int Tome now before I forget about it? Let's get the Int Tome now before I forget about it. And we are going to cast... Do we have any Invises left? I don't think we have any Invises left. So we have no Invis left, so maybe... Yeah, I think we're going to wait. We're going to wait until later to get this. We should probably be able to get this quickly after we finish the other thing. So, do we have anything else we want to do outside? Yes, we're going to go to the Friendly Arm Inn and pick up... excuse me. Go to the Friendly Arm Inn to pick up our Nira. And it is 12:15 already. So, on the plus side, we've gotten quite a lot of stuff done today, even with sort of the shorter time frame. We've gotten through a good portion of the first level of that area, but I have a few things that I need to look up, actually, before I'm able to do things in the maximal efficiency. I think that I'm actually going to be ending pretty soon because I have some I have so much stuff that I need to do. I'm in like a huge rush right now because I have all the stuff that I want to accomplish in Baldur's Gate before I leave, but I also have all the stuff that hey, Yeslik's here. That I want to finish in other places as well. Let's take a look here. In other places, I have stuff that I need to finish in the real world before I leave. Not fully packed and things like that yet. I'd intended to clean out my closet like 2 days ago, and then I've just been feeling so just I had no energy this week. And eventually I figured out why. Like, it wasn't until yesterday that I really figured out why it was. And I caught the same thing that my wife had the other day. Because she was having a similar... she had similar symptoms earlier this week. Where she was just... like, she had like a sore throat, and then she was expecting it to go somewhere, just like a very mild sore throat, and then it never went anywhere, but then all of a sudden she just got a headache and just felt miserable for 24 hours, and that's basically what happened to me. It was the exact same thing. So I actually just met with like two or three different people a few days ago, so I probably infected them as well, so sucks to be them. Anyway, so yeah, I think we are ready to drop to Safana in favor of Nira. Actually, it would be nice. Of course I came around. We just needed to, you know, steal some shit, you know? It's just, you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, apparently the flu has been going around something fierce here in Singapore. It's really amazing, like, how difficult it is to deal with things like flus in a country like Singapore, because there's just so many people in such a tiny space. I'm actually amazed that cities even function. She's like complaining about being tired after she literally gets struck by lightning. Okay, that's pretty badass. I think what I'm gonna do is let's see, Rassad's quest. Can I do Rassad's quest quick? Where is the thing? Oh, I have a bunch of spells in here. Nimble. Okay. Drassus. Daviorn. Tazok. Tranzig. Mullahay. Bounty Notice. Did I not put it in here? Let's see. Oh, that's weird. That's very weird. Wonder what's going on with that. I mean, I might be just repeating myself. I have a tendency to do that. So, Blade and Stars Tavern. So I guess we'll talk to Sorim. The Blade and Stars. Blade and Stars is over here, right? The elf song. Light and Stars is... It's around here somewhere. Just gotta find it. Is it here? Yes, it is. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder why that would be.
Who do you think you are, busting in on me like this? I don't know what you're talking about.
Rosad.
All right, all right. No need to get rough with me. I'm not the one you want. As it turns out, I do have a lot of sharp options in the city. You leave me alone. I'll tell you where to find them. There's a cult that calls itself the Dark Lord. They've been in Moscow for less than a year. They're always looking for weapons. They're pretty rough characters. So yeah, when they asked me about your buddy the son, I told them what I knew. Well, they saw me national. And I saw them again here in Moscow. They have a safe house over in the Seven Suns building. I can show you the way if you meet me there tonight. What do you want? They worship Shah, the mistress of the night. When else do you think they get together?
Oh boy.
It's just like that, Lisa. Since you've been so good about not killing me, you press key to this door.
I don't know, it might. I would guess probably not. My thinking is it probably has something to do with some like weird buffering stuff. This is such a bad idea, by the way. I'm going into this place with like nothing that I should be having for this. This is gonna be terrible. All my characters are fatigued.
Your admission to the order is now assured.
I suppose we're on this one. Be sure to give them some special gratitude.
Yeah.
Seeing them about your son so often. But you screwed it up. Consider this your way of making it up to me.
Okay, so they ran away for some reason. And of course, the game decided that it would be a good idea to take control of all of my characters and force them all straight into the center of the room. So my casters are all exposed. So how do we want to handle this? I guess we'll cast Hold Person on you. You'll dive. You will cast... This doesn't make any sense. Look at this party configuration. Yeah, my guess is that what happened is that the so Twitch has multiple different settings that you can have in terms of the sort of like latency, if you will, between your playthrough and your gameplay and the viewers, right? And so my guess is that stuttered, right? And so some segment of that just was supposed to do one thing and did not. So these are casting blur and shit like that, actually. So this makes my life a lot easier. They are presumably using bludgeoning, right? So she has the Golden Girdle of Ernst, and this is... Are you held? Probably not. You do not have any of your shit cast. Let me go ahead and cast Protection from Evil. Do I want to cast Protection from... No. I'm going to cast Defensive Harmony. It really only needs to hit her. It doesn't matter about the range, so... So that was weird. Who are you attacking? Oh, you're casting something on him? Interesting. This guy... Did I blind him or something? I must have blinded this guy. So who just got attacked? Interestingly enough, these monks are doing non-lethal damage. They're not doing their proper monk damage. They're certainly evils. We're going to cast protection from evil. It's blindness on this one. Okay, so they're all blind. I can swap to this, because I don't think I'm going to be using any webs anytime soon. Alright. And I guess we'll cast Bless. I guess they're all blind, right? This is the only one that is not blind. So we should probably pull back and blind it. Because Severia can actually, if we just pull everybody back, Severia can just walk away. And this thing's blinded, so they're now all blinded. Turn off the AI entirely. And we now have just the one here to deal with, basically. So we can basically just tear them down one at a time, or not, apparently. I don't know how it is that other one saw me. I don't think I was that close to it. Is there visual range further than it normally is? Let's see why it would be. Holy shit, that guy just hit me for like 50 damage. Okay, so going in with a person who is not utterly immune to their attacks is not terribly wise. Okay, so do we want to handle this a little differently than we just did? Obviously, getting some rest first makes sense. You know what? We're gonna go back to one of these inns. Not that one. You know what? We're gonna just go back over here. Oh, Jesus. You know, it's fine. Them dodges. We're gonna go to the Elf Song Tavern. We're gonna take a nap. So, do we have our sequencer? Yes. Do we have? Yes. Oh. Alright, we've rested up. Severia took a bunch of damage because she failed her save versus spell earlier. I don't think I used the thing to get more healing out of it, but that's fine. So the question here is this door still open? Looks like it's still open. Alright, so I think we've dodged. I think we've given the copper the slip. And we're going to cast Stone Skin. Because that lasts basically forever. And she might be able to just go in by herself. Let's see how it goes. She can. Alright, so this time we're going to get all of them on her. And then once all of them are on her, we have an easy time. Oh, I don't actually have the thing on her. Wait, why are you moving? Okay, these people do such weird shit. Their behavior patterns are really bizarre. I'm gonna just cast on this one. Mira's probably gonna get one shot. Okay, so. Shit. Was not expecting it to survive that, or to succeed at that saving throw again. Shit. Oh my god. That's a lot of successful saving throws. Alright. We need... I think we need to cast Malison. God damn it! Oh, I hate these things so much. Fucking chasing after my wizard. Doing non-lethal damage like noobs. Okay, so... If I'd literally just sent Severia and Silria to deal with this, it would have gone so much smoother. Alright, so basically what I should have done was just sent Silria in and then waited for a while so that they could get their all their weird shit done. Once they cast all of their touch spells and things like that, then they'll transition into a consistent attack pattern. Until that point, they will wildly like change up their behaviors, and so basically they transition between a ranged attack pattern when they're casting spells and a melee one when they're not. She actually still has her stone skins fully, well, I don't know fully, but she has her stone skins, so we can cast another mirror image and pop upstairs. And I think we are going to just chill here for a second. We took some cold damage there, not very much. Oh, hello. We're going to have her come down. Oh, that was a major something.
What is it this time? It is in my hands.
And I don't know why they didn't all follow me. I was expecting them to all follow me, not just the one. Who just got hit? I think she no longer has stone skins. Oh, you know what I think it is? I think I understand what's causing them to do non-lethal damage. I don't know if that can be fixed. Okay, you're not gonna follow me? Come on. Follow me. So that was a 19. So we do not have this on, and we should have put that on. And you know what? Maybe we should just have Severia tank. We've used her things already. I guess what we could do is cast this and make Severia do the tanking now. I think that makes the most sense. So we're actually going to swap this up, and if we cast Spirit Armor, if we cast Spirit Armor, there we go. There we go. So she's now got how much AC? She's got -9 AC. is not too bad. I need you to come down with me, friend. There you go. This is Darkmoon Cleric, so get wrecked, scrub. And Rasad levels up. Does that give him anything useful? He gets an extra weapon proficiency. Gets short sword, because I can. Give him this. And let's see. He's now what, 8th level? Sun Soul Beam! Unfortunately, you can't see what the base class gives, so I can't actually see what bonuses he has from his base class. I can only see what bonuses he has from his kit for some reason. Come on, friend. Are you gonna... Come on. Just come down. There we go. I swear, this guy. This guy, huh? Who's he attacking now? I hope he's still on Severia. I don't think he is. He's not still on Severia. Do we want to change up our thing? We're gonna blind him. But so we have a skeletal warrior here. Just bring this downstairs. Okay. So obviously Severia is going to need some help here. She cannot wear the helm. She can wear the golden girdle of Ernst. And we need to get her closer. So that was a what? 18? Oh boy. Unfortunately, there's not really a lot we can do here. I guess we can cast Defensive Harmony. Anything else we can do? I think that they have 100% magic resistance, so I don't think I can cast any spell that's going to affect it. And I don't think I have anything else to increase her AC, so... Rasad's weapon isn't effective, so... He does not have a enchanted enough fist to even hurt this thing. That's lovely. Okay, I think we're going to need to go the whole shebang on her. Let's see here. Anything? Rather than on Severia. Because she just has more AC overall. Okay, so Chant went off. Got Defensive Harmony up. We've got this active. I need to use Draw upon Holy Might just so that I'm doing more damage. Jesus. Nope. Nope, nope. Okay, so we need... I guess I could... I'm probably just going to use my spell sequencer. We'll just use that. That's the easiest way to handle this. Oh, shit. I have to actually target it. Fuck me? Okay, I don't know what happened there. Okay, we need to pull everybody back first. Then we can pull you in. And we have quite a few things we can cast. Okay, first thing we're doing is casting Defensive Harmony. And now we've got +2 AC. I'm going to cast Chant. We've now got all the stuff that we need there. Wrong character. You. Ah, yes, before we do anything else. There we go. So we've now got an additional 3 armor class. Are you attacking Rasad? Damn it. Fuck! So it doesn't have the simple AI that I want it to have, which means that it's going to be a lot harder to kill. Oh, man. Dealing with this skeleton is going to be a nightmare. On its own. This skeletal warrior is so much more powerful than everything else in here combined. So she doesn't have anything to cast. You have... You could start casting Blind. It's possible that I'll land it. It's just not very likely. You have already cast a spell. Did you get your thing off? You did not. Okay. So this thing is barely injured. Kind of a little close here. So, magic resistance again. Who are you on? Did it switch targets? What else do I need to do? Guess we need to cast a Bless. Did I cast a Chant yet? No, I did not. I can cast Chant first. Did you switch targets? It would be so nice if I could just see... Yes, it's on Severia now. Mira? Okay, this thing might have a two-handed weapon equipped. Because she was pretty far away, and it wasn't moving toward her. There's really not much I can do here other than expose other people to getting gibbed by this thing. There we go, it's attacking Severia now. Like, come on, man. This thing is literally a mindless undead creature. Why is it still chasing me? Finally, okay. Okay. And it counted as summoned, so we didn't even get experience for it. I mean, not that it matters. We don't really get experience anymore, but... it's beside the point. It's the principle of the thing. Okay. Nobody in this room. Nobody in this room. So we have whoever's left in this room to deal with. That is a Dark Moon Lieutenant. So he's casting Blur on himself. We're going to check. We do not have the right thing equipped. Swap our... we're going to swap her to have this. So I would presume a piercing weapon from him. So this guy is... Whoa. So Storm is attacking Severia.
I listen. What is it this time?
Okay, he's held. Easy. Alright. Remember, Storm, your acceptance of the Dark Brotherhood depends entirely on whether you succeed in luring the Sun Soul Monk into our trap. Bring his broken body to the new temple on Cloud Peak Mountain to claim your reward. Welcome to the dark embrace of the Mistress of the Night. There, your training shall begin.
Let us journey to these cloud peaks and face the dark moon cult. Alone I would never go. Together, we have a chance to put an end to their murderous calendar. While I will never forget Demosne's death, my desire is not for revenge. I wish only to stop the dark moon from claiming more victims. What do you say, my friend? Shall we pursue these assassins to their death?
Sure, let's do it.
Your words
Thank you. You are welcome, sir. You are most welcome. Death shall come to our enemies. Oh yes, it shall. In most glorious fashion, the enemies of ours shall be defeated. Let's see here. Where's my belt of Antipode? That's what we really need. Let me get the belt of Antipode on. Because this guy has Chill Touch. And what I'm really looking for here is to negate that Chill Touch. Because that does a lot of damage. So we save versus spell, we take no damage, and now we can put this back on, I think. The Chill Touch should not be on anymore. So basically, when Chill Touch is activated, he just activated it again, so we're going to go ahead and swap to the Belt of Antipode again. And she just took 4 points of non-lethal damage, which means that we can now go back to using this. Oh no, it's stuck doing non-lethal damage. It's continuously stuck on the non-lethal damage, it looks like. So, since it's doing non-lethal damage, I'm just going to put the Belt of Antipode on. Non-lethal damage is not bludgeoning damage. So since I reported this bug, I'm surprised that this has not been fixed yet. I reported this bug the last time I played, so I don't know why this hasn't been fixed yet. But basically what's happening is when they use the Chill Touch ability, when they're using one of their abilities at any rate, I'm not sure which ability it is, but when they're using one of their abilities, it's changing their attack to an unarmed attack instead of a monk weapon attack. Because monks do not use an unarmed attack. They use a separate weapon. They have like a hidden weapon that they're using that is a different thing. And when they're casting that touch spell, what's happening is it overrides whatever your weapon is and gives them an unarmed attack. But it seems that it's continuing to do that with every single attack. So anyway, it basically makes that spell completely useless for them. It hurts them that they're using it because they start hitting with unarmed attacks instead of hitting the other things. Promise this informer whatever he desires in exchange for luring the sensible monk in the ambush. Break the monk and deliver his corpse to the blah, blah, blah. As for the informer, dispose of him after he served his purpose. Nice. So little did he know, but he was destined to die no matter who won this fight. Okay, so we can pop out of here, and it's getting close to 1 o'clock, and I do have other stuff that I need to do. I think we're going to... I don't think we're going to do the temple over here quite yet. I think we're going to head to the area. Destination is unreachable right now. So we go down here. Hi, friends.
Lest fatigue cobweb my senses.
Okay. We actually survived. Cool. So we survived to get to here, and I think from here we can get to where we're going. So I think we're going to go ahead and just end things here for today, unfortunately. Unfortunately, right as things are, really starting to pick up and we're able to get this stuff done. But I have some research that I want to do. I don't want to waste time. And if I do this stuff now, if I do like my packing and stuff now, then I'll have more time tomorrow to progress through this. Pretty much once I've finished Durlag's tower, I'll be in really good shape to clear through everything else reasonably quickly. I'm going to make sure that I get every single +3 weapon in the game, including the ones held by a certain extremely powerful creature. That's going to be fun. I have 2 streams available to try and finish this up on. So if I do manage to finish up my other stuff quickly, then I might do some streams at kind of weird times. I am putting all of the VODs for this run onto YouTube. I am uploading those because people have been asking about that for a long time, and I am finally getting around to doing that. So anyway, that's going to be it for right now at the very least. I might do a little bit more later. It really depends on when I have openings in my schedule. I want to get through with this, and then we can start Siege of Dragonspear while we're in Canada. So basically starting next week, my schedule is going to be a little funky because I am going to be going to Vancouver, and I'll be there for like a month. So I will still be streaming, but there are going to be obviously disruptions in the schedule. I might start streaming at a completely different time of day because evening while we're there is going to be an inconvenient time to stream because that's when we're going to be doing stuff. So I might be streaming in the morning while I'm there as well, in which case it'll actually be morning for everyone that isn't in Southeast Asia instead of being at night. But again, I will be putting all the VODs up so people can watch them afterward. I know that that's not, optimal by any stretch of the imagination, but this is what happens when you go all the way across the world. So thank you everyone for watching. It has been an absolute pleasure to stream for you today, and I hope to see you all again tomorrow when I will hopefully be finishing up this guy's quest as well as Durlag's Tower. Later, folks.